Welcome to your weekday Cup of the Word. Today we're in Acts chapter 16. Now in Acts 16 we have Paul and Silas leaving on Paul's second missionary journey. The primary purpose of this journey being to share that letter from Acts 15 that dealt with the Gentile Jew issue in the church with the congregations that Paul and Barnabas had set up on their first missionary journey. Very quickly in this journey, as they're traveling through and visiting these congregations again, they pick up a young man by the name of Timothy from the city of Lystra, who will continue on with them as another traveling companion of Paul. And will go on to be a really great man, a man that Paul will later in those letters to him say that he was like a son to Paul. Now, we're also going to see, as Paul travels through and revisits all these congregations, there's going to get to a point where he says, I want to go on to new places and continue to preach. He's going to try and go south, and God's going to say no. He's going to try and go north, and God's going to say no. And Paul, really not knowing what to do since he can't go up and he can't go down, is going to be left in the city of Troas saying where to go. He'll have a vision, and that vision will send him to Greece. As he travels over to the Macedonian region, the first city we're going to see is the city of Philippi. This is the same city that Paul will eventually write the letter to the Philippians. This congregation is a purely Gentile congregation. It is a congregation that is unlike any other Paul's really had before. The city of Philippi was not a city that even had a synagogue in it. And yet at the heart of the people here in Philippi, as you see these first converts, you see a congregation that is very zealous, very passionate, and very excited to help Paul continue to preach the gospel. Within this chapter, you're also going to see the story of the conversion of the Philippian jailer, an image of repentance, and a great example of baptism as that very hour of the night he obeys the gospel. And with that, that's your Daily Cup, and we'll see you next week.